Hello everyone, welcome to the class and this class is about conditionals. Okay, I will be focusing on four types of conditionals. So our first type is zero conditionals. Okay, so what are conditional tenses or what are conditionals? Many people say that these are conditional tenses. Many people call them just conditionals and many people call them conditional sentences. Okay, so it is the same thing. So let's get started. Now in these sentences there would be two parts. Okay, so and one of the part would be based on a condition. Okay, so first thing that we need to know is the zero conditional. Okay, because it is very easy, and then we would focus on some more conditionals. Okay, so what is the zero conditional? Now here you see, can somebody read this? Aisha, please you read. Start from here.
Yes, sir. We use the zero conditional when we want to talk about facts or things that are generally true. Scientific facts are often covered by the zero conditional. When you heat ice, it melts.
Okay.
The zero conditional uses if or when and must be followed by the simple present or imperative. For example, when it rains, tennis lessons are held in the gym. If it rains, tennis lessons are held in the gym.
Okay, now see everybody, pay attention to this thing. This is very important. Okay, so we use the zero conditional when we want to talk about facts or things that are generally true. Okay, so any fact, anything that is generally or all the time true, okay, it is always true, we use conditional tense. Okay, and for example, scientifics are often covered by the zero conditional. This sentence, when you heat ice it melts. Now it's always true. Okay, so whenever you would heat ice, it will melt. Okay, so when you heat ice it melts. Now pay attention to the tense. Here it is present. Okay, the tense is present simple, and here it is also present simple. So in both of these there would be present tense. Okay, so tense would be present in both of the parts. So when you heat ice, say here it is the first part. Okay, and then this is the other part. Now in conditional tenses, mostly you would use if. Okay, but you can also use when. But when we talk about conditionals, meaning we talk about the if. Okay, so let me put everybody on mute. Please keep yourself is on mute. I will give you chance of asking questions. Okay, later on. First, understand the concepts. Okay, so here
Hand raise.
everybody, please be careful and keep yourself is on mute. Okay, so remember that mostly we would use if. So we can replace this when. We can say if you heat ice it melts. Okay, if you heat ice it melts. When you heat ice it melts. Now there is condition. Okay, so on this, and it is always true that if you would heat ice it would melt. So here remember that scientific facts are often covered by zero conditionals. Okay, now the zero conditional uses if or when and must be followed by a simple present or imperative. Now simple present you would use both in present. Okay, here it doesn't mean that you would always use simple tense. You can also use the to be tenses also, and they should be in both of the parts. Now let's read some more examples. If it rains, tennis lessons are held in the gym. Okay, now see here it is present, and here it is present. Okay, so let's read some more sentences. If John is out of the office, I take his calls. Now here you see that is here. Okay, so it is present, but it is present to be tense. Okay, if John is out of the office, I take his calls. Remember that in both of these, it would be present. Okay, remember this thing, and it's very easy. Other types maybe you will find a little confusing, but first one zero conditional is very easy. Okay, so remember that here you have to use present, and here also you have to use present. Now here, when you have if clause, okay, this is known as if clause. When you have if clause, you would give a comma. Remember this, okay? And then when you have the main clause, you would give a final punctuation because the sentence ends there. Okay. Now you can also say this part main class, and you can put this later on. Okay, you can say I take John's calls if he's out of the office. Okay, there would be a little bit variation of the words, because here is his, so I will have to change it to John. I take John's calls if he's out of the office. Now if you change something like this, you will have to be careful with the punctuation. So for example, let me help you with this. So if you switch the clauses, what you will have to do, you will have to be careful with the punctuation. Let me here help you with this. For example, I have brought the sentence here. Okay, and now let me make this. Now for example, if I say I take Jones calls if he is out of the office. Now, Aisha, what is the difference between these two sentences? Do you see any difference? Aisha, please unmute yourself and tell me if you find any difference in these sentences. Yes. Raise your hands who can see the difference. Mehnisa, do you see any difference in these sentences? Can you hear me? Bazar, can you hear me? Can you see the screen? I think everybody is able to hear me, but you are not responding. Okay, everybody, feel the difference here. This is the difference that first clause, if clause, I have switched it. Okay, I have put it here. Okay, and I have put the main clause. In this sentence it was in the end, but then I have put it in the starting. Okay, and now another difference that you can see is the punctuation mark. Okay, so when you switch the classes, when you swap the classes like this, you would not use comma if you put if clause later. Okay, so like this, here you won't use the if clause, the comma. Okay, if I give here a comma, it would be wrong. Okay, so everybody, did you understand this thing? Now I'll take, yes, Mazhar. Can you hear me? Please raise your hands if you understood the things. Otherwise, I won't move. Okay, further. I won't proceed. Okay, good. Now I'll take you to another screen. Okay. So now see, another type of conditional is first conditional. Okay, so we call them first conditional, and many books call them present conditional. Okay, but I won't recommend you should call them present conditional, because tense, you know, is very different in all of these things. Okay, so you can call them the type we read. Okay, zero conditional, and then this is the type one conditional. Okay, type zero conditional, type one conditional, or you can also call them first conditional. Okay, now please raise your hand who would like to read. Raise your hands. Yes, Mike Nisa, you please go ahead and read. Read this first
Yes,
sentence.
sir.
Yes.
If the weather is nice, we will go for a park. If you don't apologize, she will never trust you again.
Okay, good. So now see here, pay attention to the verb also. Here you would also find a different helping verb will. Okay, so here you would find that here it is the main clause is in future simple and if clause is in present simple. So here don't or is present and here will go and will never trust you. This is future simple. Okay, so future tense. Now here first thing you would notice that the tenses are now different in type 1 or first conditional and in type 0 or zero conditional tense was also different. So in both of the clauses we had present tense in type 0 in first type here in the main clause we will have future simple. Okay, or simple tense, simple future, just say future tense. Okay, the conditional, the first conditional refers to the present and future. Okay, now here if the weather is nice we will go for a walk. Okay, if you don't apologize she will never trust you again. माना जेकॾहिं तव्हां उन खां माफ़ी न वठंदव त हूअ तव्हां ते ॿीहर एतबार कॾहिं न कंदी. इफ द वेदर इज़ नाइस वी विल गो फॉर अ वॉक. जेकॾहिं मौसम सुठी थींदी या सुठी रहंदी त असां वॉक करण लाइ वेंदासीं. हाणे ॾिसो दिस इज़ बेस्ड ऑन अ कंडीशन. Okay, and that would become true in the future. Okay, both it can be also in present. Okay, so remember the first conditional refers to the present and future. Now here, is this thing clear to you? Okay, so remember at least from now, maybe at this point things would be bit confusing for you, but understand these things. What you should understand that the first conditionals have a structure. That structure would be that in if clause you would use present simple, in main clause you would use future simple. Okay, so far understand these rules. Okay, and now second conditionals. Please go ahead and read, Magnisa.
Just want to buy a house, but he cannot do this because he does not have any money. If I had a lot of money, I would buy a big house.
Okay, good. Now here you would see that Jake wants to buy a house, but he can't do this because he doesn't have any money. And if I now that same thing we can say if I had a lot of money, I would buy a big house, but I don't have enough money. But I don't have a lot of money. Okay, things would be a little different in this type 2. Okay, our second conditionals. So let's get into the depth of these things. Please go ahead and read.
Sarai,
Yes.
Susan wants to phone Paul, but she cannot do this because she does not know his number. If I knew his number, I would phone him.
Okay, now see here. Susan wants to phone Paul, but she can't do this because she doesn't know his number. Now, if she had this number, okay, she would have phoned him, right? So we can say this thing. If I knew his number, I would phone him, but I don't have. Okay, like this. We are going to come explain these things. Okay, so now here if I had a lot of money I would buy a big house. If I knew his number I would phone him. Now first thing you should notice is the tense. Okay, here you would find that it is past tense. Okay, so past simple tense here you would find, and here you would find would and plus here you would find first form of the verb. Okay, so we call it infinitive. Okay, so would plus infinitive, would plus infinitive, meaning would you would use, and then you would use a present tense. Okay, meaning first form of the verb you would use. Now what this tense shows us, the second conditional refers to the present and future. It expresses an unreal situation and its probable result. Okay, the situation or condition is improbable, meaning not possible. Okay, so it is impossible or imaginary or contrary to the facts. So the fact is that, for example, in here first sentence, if I had a lot of money, I would buy a big house. The fact is that I don't have enough money, or I don't have a lot of money. Right? Are you getting the point? So I'm just imagining. Okay, I'm just saying it. I'm saying something that is not possible. Okay, it's improbable. It's unlikely. It won't happen. Okay, if I had a lot of money, I would buy a big house. It means that I don't have money. If I knew his number, I would phone him, but I don't have the number. So contrary to the known facts. Okay, meaning I don't have number. It's unlikely. It's not possible. It's impossible. I can't call him because I don't have the number. So I would say, if I knew his number, I would phone him. माना जेकॾहिं मूंखे हिन जो नंबर हुजे हा त मां हिन खे फोन कयां हा। या तव्हां कॾहिं कॾहिं ईअं बि चवंदव न हुजे हा त वारो जेको न उहो थर्ड टाइप में बहितर आहे। ईअं चओ जेकॾहिं मूंखे नंबर हूंदो त मां हिन ॻाल्हि कंदुसि। मूंखे नंबर आहे ई कोन। ठीकु आहे। फॉर एग्जाम्पल चवंदा इफ ही केम आई वुड टेल हिम, जेकॾहिं ही आयो त मां हुनखे ॿुधाईंदुसि। ओके, इफ ही केम आई वुड टेल हिम, जेकॾहिं ही आयो त मां हुनखे ॿुधाईंदुसि। Okay, so it is not likely that he would come. Okay, so far he hadn't come. Okay, now let's move to the other type. Let's discuss some more things about this. Okay, so first versus second conditional, what is the difference? Now see here, if John runs fast, he will win the race. Okay, this is still possible to happen. Now this is type 1 or first conditional. If John runs fast, he will win the race. This is still possible to happen, meaning if he would run fast, he would win. It is still possible. Okay, for him, meaning maybe he's running. Okay, if John ran fast, he would win the race. Now here, this is unlikely to happen because John doesn't run fast. Now here, if John ran fast, he would win the race. जेकॾहिं John तेज भॻो त हू रेस खटींदो, पर हू भॼंदो ई न आहे तेज। ठीकु आहे, जेकॾहिं हू भॻो त खटींदो। Okay, this is unlikely to happen because John doesn't run fast. Okay, now let's read the differences a little more. Let me put this window here. 500 minus 400 divided by 500. The difference, first and second conditional, both conditionals refer to the present and future. Okay, so the difference is about probability, not time, meaning something that is probable, that is likely to happen. First conditional, real and impossible situations, and possible situations, sorry. So first conditional, real and possible situations. Second conditional, unlikely to happen. Okay, so conditions won't be possible. Okay, situations won't be possible. Okay, so here again pay attention to these examples that I read earlier to you. If John runs fast, he will win the race. This is still possible to happen. If John ran fast, he would win the race. It means that this is unlikely to happen because John doesn't run fast. Okay, now let's go to the third conditionals. Magnus, please read this.
Jake wanted to buy a house last year, but he could not do that because he did not have any money. If I had a lot of money, I would have bought a big house.
Okay. Now see here, you would find different verbs. Now here, head. One of the maybe confusing things about conditional is that sometimes tense becomes like this. Now here it is past perfect tense. Okay, so just consider that the verb is have and its past is had and its past participle meaning third form would be also had. So in a past perfect tense, you already have had is helping verb and have is third form, okay, here in the shape of head. Okay, so here Jake wanted to buy a house last year, but he couldn't do that because he didn't have any money. If I had a lot of money, I would have bought a big house. Okay, but I didn't have money. Let's read this. For example, yesterday Susan wanted to phone Paul, but she couldn't do that because she didn't know his number. If I had known his number, I would have phoned him. मन जेकॾहिं मूंखे हिन जो नंबर जी ख़बर हुजे हा, हिन जो नंबर मूंखे हुजे हा त मां हिन ॾे फोन कयां हा, पर मूंखे नंबर ई कोन हुयो. ठीकु आहे. So here let's see. Here had or had known. It is past perfect simple. Okay, so it is past sentence. Okay, and here you would see the structure in the main class: would plus have plus past participle. Okay, meaning past participle meaning third form of the verb. Okay, like here in the past perfect you have third form, here you would have third form, and we call third form past participle. Okay, so now see here some more things. Let me put this screen somewhere here. I have windows open here okay, the third condition refers to the past and it is not based on facts. It expresses the a situation. Okay, here you I have put two articles. You just say it expresses a situation which is contrary to reality in the past. Okay, so it is not based on facts. It expresses a situation which is contrary to reality in the past. Okay, so everything we are talking about past here. Okay, a reality in which is contrary in the past. So for example, if I had known his number, I would have phoned him. Okay, so let's see a little more. If I saw a car accident, I would call an ambulance. Now here you would see the difference. This is the type 2. Okay, second versus third conditional. What is the difference? We are focusing on this thing now. But I don't see an accident now. This is unlikely to happen. If I saw a car accident, I would call an ambulance. जेकॾहिं मां कोई कार एक्सीडेंट ॾिठो त मां एम्बुलेंस खे कॉल कंदुसि, पर मां ॾिठो न आहे. If I saw a car accident, जेकॾहिं मां कोई कार एक्सीडेंट ॾिठो, ठीकु आहे, त मां एम्बुलेंस खे कॉल कंदुसि. Now he will do. If I had seen a car accident, I would have called an ambulance. जेकॾहिं मां कोई कार एक्सीडेंट ॾिसां हा त मां एम्बुलेंस खे कॉल कयां हा. ठीकु आहे, पर मां न ॾिठो आहे. But I didn't see an accident yesterday. So this is about past. Okay, this is about past, but I don't see an accident now. Okay, it is about a present here. Remember, this is unlikely to happen. Okay, it थींदो कोन पर माना ही possible आहे now. Okay, if I saw a car accident, I would call an ambulance. जेकॾहिं मां कार एक्सीडेंट ॾिठो त मां एम्बुलेंस खे कॉल कंदुसि. जेकॾहिं मां कार एक्सीडेंट ॾिसां हा त मां एम्बुलेंस खे कॉल कयां हा. ठीकु आहे. This is contrary to the fact in the past. Okay, so this is contrary to the fact in the past. Now let's read a little more here. Let me put this window somewhere. Okay, the difference, second and third conditional, the difference is about time. Okay, second conditional refers to the present and future. The third conditional refers to the past situation. Okay, is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I will ask everyone to tell me a sentence. Okay, so let's first start from the zero conditional. Let me also see the time. Or Okay, let me just ask three students. Okay, so first, Aisha, please tell me a sentence of zero type. Okay, zero conditionals. Hurry up, we have limited time. Yes.
Samir, I tell you,
Okay, Aswa, tell me.
which sentence?
Zero conditional, meaning both clauses you have to keep in present. Okay. Yes. For example, the sentence was, if you heat ice, it melts. Now you tell me any sentence. For example, I'm telling you, if it rains, I take an umbrella. जेकॾहिं मींहुं वसंदो आहे त मां अम्ब्रेला खणंदो आहियां माना इहा हिकिड़ी फैक्ट आहे ट्रू आहे जॾहिं बि ईअं थींदो आहे मींहुं वसंदो आहे त मां अम्ब्रेला खणंदो आहियां तव्हां कोई हुन मूंखे सेंटेंस ॿुधायो प्लीज़ टेल मी एनी सेंटेंस फॉर एग्जांपल मां चवां
You give me water, then I drink.
अगेन
Sir, if you drink me water, then I drink.
अच्छा ॾिसो तव्हां आई विल था यूज़ कयो यू आर यूज़िंग विल यूज़ न आहे करणी तव्हांखे ॿिन्ही में जेकॾहिं तव्हांखे ॿिन्ही में तव्हांखे न प्रेज़ेंट रखिणो आहे फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल इफ माई फ्रेंड गिव्स मी अ ग्लास ऑफ वाटर आई ड्रिंक इट जेकॾहिं मुंहिंजो दोस्त मूंखे गिलास पाणी जो ॾींदो आहे त मां पीअंदो आहियां हाणे ॿुधायो यस टेल मी नाउ pay attention to the tense okay verb
Sir, I tell you. May I tell you?
wait please aswa go ahead tell
You,
me. Yes.
if you
Acha,
give me
everybody,
water.
now we are
Yes, sir.
out of time. Okay, so we are running out of time, running short of time. So everybody, I'll give you a task in GCR tomorrow on conditionals. Okay, you will have to make tenses, sentences. Okay, so that's it for today. And if you have any questions, you can leave in GCR. Okay, thank you for coming and
Okay, sir. Khuda Hafiz.